One of the considerations that we would like to present to you is about the PCYM, about bringing our efforts together in a more strategic way in regions. I know it's been tried in different times, but I think I would just exhort us to be even a little bit more strategic in making a plan on when our PCYM should be, and instead of having lots of announcements initially about PCYM here, PCYM there, and people not quite getting the idea where they should go, if you would have a strategic plan in West Africa, in Europe, in the Middle East, to say we have one PCYM a year, and we're really bringing our resources together. And I think for that to work, it really needs to show that this is not just kind of a change of location, or it's going to be here and it's going to be there, and one time it's going to be there. But I think what the attractive part of that would be if people realize that your leadership is getting behind it. It's not just, oh, this time it's going to be with Andy and next time it's going to be picking here with Barbara, but it's actually saying this is a common vision that we pursue as a leadership team, and a good part of the leaders will be there for a certain time. I think in Jordan they've done that, where Jihad has made it a point to move to Jordan from Lebanon, spend there a month to be part of the school, and then it becomes more that sense of this is a common vision rather than just a program run in different locations. I've observed that, I think, with the family ministry school that has gone through a similar valley of no one going to family ministry schools, and now seeing how they have developed in Europe a very clear strategy of rotating the school from Norway to Germany to Switzerland, Norway, Germany, Switzerland, and actually making it a point that the leadership is really involved in these programs and really makes it a common vision. And it's starting to explode. I know the next one is going to be in Wheeler, and they have 25 plus children, plus a PCYM. We're going to do a family ministry school and PCYM together and have 4 weeks. The 4 weeks that are similar teaching are going to be run together. So it's going to be a large class. And I think that gives the momentum that we want for a school. When schools get too small, we know it's kind of, the momentum gets lost and people don't quite know what we're doing. And the great thing with that, it's also the students from the PCYM, there are children from the family ministry school that can do afternoon activities, prayer groups, and have directly a practical involvement with the families that they're working with. And it becomes really more a community event rather than just a school classroom training. So just to give this as an example that could be maybe followed as well. But I'd just like to really encourage you in your teams, regional teams, that you would make it a point to pray and see how could we make the school a strategic event where our leaders get together and pass on the vision, and I think that would probably help us in gaining some momentum in the PCYMs again. Guy, you shared a little bit about the leadership encounter. Do you want to add a little bit more? Or
I sent mails for that.
Okay.
Just wanted to know if Babs had anything to add about PCYM, because you had some thoughts about that.
Yeah, I mean, you're all most welcome to send students, as we have very few students, but like Christoph said, because we do it together, there will be some momentum, there will be a good group together. So I'm very thankful for that. But one of my things was the name. What do people understand with the principles? And it's good to hear that we could give a different name, but my question is, do we have to come up general with a different name and then just let the UFN know that we have a different name? are people attracted to principles in child and youth ministry? And going back to what Dale was saying about, you know, the social justice, I mean, when we run it in India, and even now, that will be part of it. It will be a part of the school that we do address these kind of issues. Do we have some kind of letting people know that this is part of it? So is it not, it's not just the principles for the church ministry, but it's the whole, it's everything we include. These are some of my thinkings. But, and the other thing is very good that we need to sit together and see region-wise and really talk together.
The issue of the name is, of course, a major issue that we're looking at. We are realizing that PCYM does really not communicate what we really would like it to communicate. Two elements that don't communicate too well. Principles, as we are saying, is probably not attracting people too much. And then the children youth ministry is just not correctly reflecting that we are working with the generations, children, young people, and families. So we can have a double mistake there in the name, or mistake, wrong leading. So we really are very open to receive suggestions. Barbara said you could call it anything you wanted to call. I think for us as a ministry, it would be great if you would have a name that is commonly understood. Otherwise, it's going to create a lot of confusion when we use all different kind of names, and you're saying, yeah, but this is the same school like this, and but it's like you're not branding a product that is understood. So I think for the branding, it would be important to have a name that we all understand what we're talking about. So we'd be very interested, even from you, to hear if you have suggestions, something that includes generations, something that includes maybe something of our motto here. We were going to have a time of discussion around that on the table, but I think we cannot go in that direction right now because we're going to get lost.